Hello everyone, this is Professor Govind. Let's talk today about a concept called cell reference. We all know what cell address is. Cell address is the identity of an individual cell. It is a combination of column name and a row number. For example, if I place my cursor on any cell, for example, now it is H7. H is a column name and 7 is a row number. Each and every cell in MS Excel has its own address. In order to identify or recognize each and every cell individually or separately, we have a concept of cell addresses in MS Excel. And when you select multiple cells, let me select multiple cells, the range of cells is called cell reference. The range of cells is called cell reference. Cell reference is required. You may require cell references in certain functions, formulas, or for even calculations. Let me repeat. Cell reference is the selection of multiple cells. Now, depending on your requirement, depending on what kind of data you have or what kind of calculations you have, you may select any of 4 available cell references. There are 4 categories of cell references available. One is you can have relative cell reference, you can have absolute, you can have mixed cell reference, or the last one, which is rarely used, we have is circular cell reference. Now, cell references are most commonly used, or cell references are generally required while we use any function or formula, or when we try to calculate any data or information. Now, let us start our journey of cell references with relative cell reference. I have a sample data available wherein I have 2 sets of numbers. Set 1 is value 1, wherein I have 4 numbers. Set 2 is value 2, where again I have 4 different numbers. Our job is to add these numbers, and we all are well aware about how to add any 2 values, how to add, how to subtract, how to multiply, or how to divide. We all have learned basics of functions or formulas. So let me add these 2. Now, the basic principle is we'll have to start each and every formula or calculation with equals to symbol. After putting in equals to, MS Excel understands that you are trying to add or you are trying to calculate any data. So let me tell MS Excel where my value 1 is available, where 12 is available. So let me place my cursor over 12, and as you can see, it will consider the address of the cell. So 12 is available in D3. To add, I will have to add plus symbol. I will have to type in plus symbol and tell MS Excel where 11 is available in E3. Press enter, and the value we have, the result we have is 23. Now, the feature of MS Excel is we need not calculate for every data set. We need not calculate if you have the same formula or the same calculation, and if you have following data sets or numbers, you need not calculate again, you need not put in your formula again. What we can do is we can select the bottom right corner pointer, which is called fill handler, and we can drag it till the last number. Drag it till the last number, and Excel will calculate the data sets or the values automatically. Let us see what changes MS Excel will bring in when you drag in the formula. For the first value, it is D3 plus E3. In D3 we have 12, and in E3 we have 11. Now, for the second one, look at the formula. We don't have D3 and E3 now. For the second one, which happened automatically, we have D4 and E4. In D4 we have 34, and in E4 we have 22. For the third set, we'll have D5 and E5, and for the last one we have D6 and E6. Now, as I have dragged it downwards, we call it as column wise drag. I have dragged it column wise, wherein column remains same, D, D, D and D. Then we have is E, column E in all 4 occasions, for all 4 calculations. The only changing part is the row number. For the first value we have 3rd row, and for the second value we have 4th row. For the third value we have 5th row. For the last one we have a 6th row. All this happens automatically. It will update the row number automatically once you drag it. Now this is about the vertical drag. We also can have horizontal drag as well. That is, we can drag the formula towards right, towards left as well. How can that be done? Let me have certain values. And the other set. Now let me calculate the result of the first set is equals to 12 plus 11, that is F9 plus F10, and I need not recalculate for other 3 values. I just have to select the fill handler and drag it towards right. Now this is horizontal drag. Earlier one was vertical. This is now horizontal because we are dragging it towards right. Similarly, you can go in the other direction as well. You will have to drag it towards left then, and you will have to add your data there first. So for the first one we have is F9 plus F10. Now row will remain same because data is available in 9th and 10th row. Earlier data was available at column D and column E. Columns were similar. Now the data is available at the 9th and the 10th row. Now the row is similar. So for the first value we have F9 plus F10. For the second one we have is G9 and G10. F9, F10 for the first one, G9, G10 for the second one, H9, H10 for the third one, I9 and I10 for the fourth one. So the rows we have calculated are 9th and 10th row, whereas column name is now being updated. Why? Because we have dragged it row wise or horizontally. We have 9th and 10th rows, but we have F, G, H and I. Now such kind of auto update, such kind of cell reference is called relative, where either row number or column name will be updated automatically depending on the position or the direction of your dragging. Where in a calculation or even in general I mean, column name or row number will be updated automatically depending on the formula that you add or depending on the content that you add. The most commonly used cell reference is relative. In most of the cases, we prefer to use relative cell reference. There is no rule as such. It depends on what kind of formula you use, in what direction you drag, and what content you have. You can choose any one amongst these 4 cell references. What we have used now in this example is relative cell reference. And for certain kind of data, you may require to use absolute. In certain cases, you may require mixed. And in certain cases, which is very rare, you may require to use circular. Let us proceed now and understand how can we use absolute. So relative is about updating everything, either column name or the row number depending on your direction of drag. Now let us understand what absolute is. I have a sample data available to understand what absolute cell reference is. We have a simple scenario. We have number of classes conducted in a month, which are 16, and we have got 5 students from roll number 1 till roll number 5. Roll number 1 has attended 12, 2 has attended 13, 3 has attended 16, and like most of my BCom students, roll number 4 has attended 0 and roll number 5 has attended 10. With this worksheet, our job is to calculate what percentage of classes our students have attended. The formula is quite simple. And each and every formula, let me remind my students, must start with equals to. Equals to number of classes attended by students for the first value which is available for roll number 1 which is available in D5 divided by, that is slash, number of classes conducted. To convert this answer into percentage, we'll have to multiply this division answer by 100. D5, that is 12, divided by F2, that is 16, into 100 to convert this into percentage. Have a look at the formula which is available at this bar called formula bar. This place is called formula bar, wherein not the result but the formula is available, is visible to our users. D5 divided by F2 into 100. Now our job is, because we have calculated result for set 1, we just have to drag it downwards. And then strangely we have a kind of error called divide by 0. This is the error message. This is the error message or error alert telling us that you have gone wrong with your calculation somewhere. What is the error? Let us check out. Error we can identify by looking at formula that we have added. The first one is correct, about which we all are sure. D5 divided by F2, that is 12 divided by 16 into 100. Let us check out for the second value for roll number 2. D6. D6 is correct. You can verify the cell address at this particular box which is called address box. So D6 is correct where 13 is available. Divided by F3. Here comes the problem. Divided by F3. If I go to F3, I have nothing, which in Excel is considered 0. So I have nothing in F3, and you cannot divide any number by 0. This is a simple mathematical rule. Hence MS Excel is telling you that you are trying to divide any number by 0, which is not possible. Hence you have this error message. Let's go down to roll number 3. D7, which is 16, divided by F4. F4 again is blank because we have dragged it column wise or vertically. What exactly is happening here is we have the same column which is good, which is right, but then for the second value, that is for the number of classes conducted, it is also updating the row number. For the first part, it is accepted. We must, or Excel must, update the row number, because after 12 cursor should go to 13, then cursor should go to 16, 0 and 10. So for the first part of the formula, it should update the row number, but then this should not be updated. Why? Because the number of classes conducted value 16 is available only at single cell. After F2 in a formula, cursor should not go to F3, then F4, then F5 or F6. It should remain at F2 itself. It should not update the row number for the second part of the formula. Now we can tell MS Excel to keep the second part of the formula constant. Do not update F2 to F3 or to F4 or to F5 or to F6. We can keep it constant. Keeping certain part of your formula constant, keeping certain cell reference or cell address in a formula constant is called absolute cell referencing, where it will not be updated. Either a column name or a row number will not be updated when you drag it. It will remain constant, it will remain same. Let's see how can that be done. Let me go to formula 1 where we have roll number 1, and what we can do here is, or what we must do here is add dollar symbols before F and before 2. Either add it manually or the shortcut key we can have is F4. If you press F4, it will automatically add dollar symbol before column name and before row number, before F and before 2, or otherwise you can type it manually. Press enter now, press enter, and now we'll try and drag this. We'll drag this and then we have is the correct result. Let's see what happened now. D5 divided by F2. D5 is 12 and F2 is 16. D6 13 divided by F2. Now earlier it was being updated. For the second value we had F3 there. For the third one we had F4. For the fourth one we had F5. For the fifth one we had F6. But because now we have converted that into absolute by adding dollar symbols, look at the second part of the formula. I am talking about this. Look at this part after division part. Look at this part of the formula. It remains constant. For the first one it is F2. For the second roll number it is F2. For third one, for fourth one and for fifth one it remains F2. So in case in your formula or in your calculation you wish to keep any part of your formula or the entire formula constant, then you will have to use relative cell reference. Is it relative? It's not relative. We'll have to use is absolute cell reference. Absolute cell reference is the kind of cell reference which keeps your cell reference constant, which keeps your cell address in a formula constant. So this is about absolute. Now mixed, as the name indicates, is either you can keep column constant or you can keep row constant. So let us go ahead and understand what this is all about. Now have a look at this. I have a sample data available. Let me delete some part of it so that we'll understand what the calculation is. Let me delete some part of it. Then we have is this. We have a table available which is meant for the salesman. We have the item name, the particulars, item A, B, C, D and E, price per unit, quantity sold by the salesman and the total amount earned by salesman. And according to their experience, company is providing them commission. We have 3 batches of employees or salesmen. We have batch 1 who are juniors, we have batch 2 who are intermediates, we have batch 3 who are seniors. Let us now understand how to calculate total. Now total can be calculated directly, isn't it? Price into quantity will be your total. So B4 into C4 is your total. Here B5 into C5 is your total. B6 into C6, B7 into C7, B8 into C8. So calculating total is not a problem. Let us understand how to give commission now. I have added already a formula. B4 into C4. How to calculate commission is price into quantity into 10% of commission. So it is B4 into C4 into 10%, which is available in E3. Now have a look at this. How are we dragging this? We'll have to understand one thing is how are we dragging it? We are dragging it towards right. Hence we'll have to keep column name similar. What happens if we don't? Let me delete this. What happens if we don't keep columns similar? So now is this simple calculation B4 into C4 into E3. To understand what if the employee or the salesman falls in B2 category, what if the salesman falls in B3 category? To understand it, I will have to drag it towards right. I need not calculate it again. So let me drag it towards right, and then that's strange and that's a miracle. For the amount 200 sold by our salesman, the salesman for this strange company is earning 1600 rupees. And for 30% he is earning 1200. Now this formula of course is wrong. Where it went wrong, let us check out in a formula bar. C4 into D4. What do we have in C4 is quantity into total into F3. F3 is correct. But what about C4 into D4? Should we multiply quantity into total? What we should multiply is price into quantity. So because we are dragging it towards right horizontally, what is happening here is row remains same, but it is updating the column. What we want here is both column and row should remain same. Because we are dragging it towards right horizontally, we are not worried about the row numbers. It will remain same automatically. If I drag it horizontally, row number will remain same, and if I drag it column wise vertically, then column name will remain same. So we are not worried about, in this case, about the row numbers. It will remain same automatically. In case of 10%, 20% or 30%, we want B4 into C4. It should not be C4 into D4. It should not be D4 into E4, etc. Look what happened here for the third one. It is D4 into E4. That is, it is multiplying 200 into 20, and on which it is giving 30% commission, which is wrong. So what we'll do here is we'll add dollar symbol before column. Column name should not be updated. It should remain B always. And similarly, C4 should not be converted into D4, E4, etc. It should remain same throughout. So I will add dollar symbol here. Press enter. Let's see now what result it will bring in. Drag it towards right. We now have the correct result. For 200, 10% commission is 20. For 200, if it goes as 20%, then it is 40. And for 200 amount, if it is 30%, then it is 60 rupees. So now these three batches calculations are correct. Let us calculate for all the items that we have in our company, all the products that we have in our company. We have got A, B, C, D, E5 products. So what I will do is I will select all three batches of employees and I will drag it till the fifth item. Wish we would have been part of this company which is giving us such an amount. For the items sold worth rupees 420 rupees, if I am the senior most, I am earning 7,56,000 rupees of commission. It is not 7,56,000, 75 lakh. Wish I would have been a part of this company. Where we have gone wrong is, have a look at this. E3, B4 into C4 remains constant everywhere. It is B4 into C4. Here for the second one, it is B5, then B6, B7 and B7 and B8 and C8. But what happened with the third value wherein we have the commission entry, percentage entry? It is E3 for the first one, which is correct. E3 is 10%. Then is, we have E4. What do we have in E4? Is 20. So commission, it is not considering 10% for the second value now. It is considering 20 rupees. For the third one, the commission is 6,000. Why? Because for the third one we have E5 and E5 is 6,000. E5 is 6,000. And have a look at this. For items sold, that is D, look at this commission. It is E6 now, which is this value, 25 lakh. So what we should do now is, we should ask MS Excel to update rows. Am I right? Not to update rows, to update columns, but keep row constant. We'll ask MS Excel because value is available in this. Value is available in third. So we'll ask MS Excel to keep row constant, and as we are dragging it column wise, we need not worry about what column it is available in, because if you are dragging it vertically or column wise, column name will not be updated. So E3 here, F3 here, F$3, and for the last one it is G$3. Please understand this. As we are dragging it column wise, when you drag it column wise, E will remain same, value of E will not change. What will update is only the roll number, not the roll number, I mean row number. F will not change, what will be updated is only the row number, and G will not change, what will be updated is only the row number. So let me select this and drag till the end, drag it till the end. Let's see what result we have now. Now we have a correct result. E3 will remain same throughout till the fifth value. F3 will remain same till the fifth value, and here G3 will remain same till the fifth value. So this only is a sample data. This only is a sample data. What mixed cell reference means? Mixed cell references are quite trickier than absolute and relative. Absolute and relative are quite direct or direct cell references. But mixed cell reference, you will have to understand what happens if you drag any formula column wise, and you will have to understand what happens, what will be updated if you drag any formula row wise, horizontally and vertically. Accordingly, you will have to tell MS Excel which one to keep constant, whether you want to keep constant the row number or whether you want to keep constant the column name. The only thing is you will have to add dollar symbol either before row number or column name according to your formula and according to your need or requirement. So this is about mixed cell reference. The last one, which is rarely used, we have a circular cell reference. Circular is the one which considers itself in a formula, wherein it includes itself in a formula and also it wishes to present or display result in the same cell. Now let's understand this. Probably theoretical definition is quite difficult to understand. Let us understand this with an example. I have list of numbers here 11, 22, 33 and 44. First one is available in C3, then C4, C5 and C6. In the next immediate blank cell, that is in C7, I wish to print the result. That is the result of addition is equals to C3 plus C4 plus C5 plus C6, and what I will do is I will also add C7. Now please understand, C7 is the cell where I where I want to display the result, and I am also telling MS Excel to include that in the addition. I am considering the same cell where I wish to display the result in a formula. Let's see what MS Excel does with this. Press enter. It tells you that you are going for circular cell reference. One or more formulas contain a circular cell reference and may not calculate correctly. Because this is an obvious result, why it happens is you cannot calculate or include the value which is not yet calculated or which is not at present, and you wish to include that in a formula. Press OK. What result you will get is 0, and you will get a help manual.